Hi, I'm Cash, and welcome back to Cash Talks Football, when I break down all the goals scored in the Premier League. And today we're doing the Spursy against Wolves. Wolves are still on that sort of new manager bounce. Maybe Man United can learn a thing or two about it. They're doing quite well, picking up points, picking up wins. But right now we're going to look at this little free kick here. Probably a free kick routine being worked on the training ground, but probably not heavily. It's really interesting. Look. That is where every single player is for Tottenham, which is just shocking. I get it, you're trying to put your wall up there, fine, all right. But also, this is the bad point, right? The reason your wall is there is to protect a certain post, and the keeper protects the other side. So why is the keeper on the same side as the wall? There's no point having the wall if the goalkeeper's on the same side as the wall. Wall protects one half, you protect the other. Maybe someone should learn something about that. But not only that, you're leaving this massive area open here. I'm a firm believer when you've got any sort of set piece or a corner, if you're defending, you have a defender in or around this D. Some players put one on either side here, which isn't bad. But I'm always a fan of having one in the middle here, so you can pressure either side of anyone. And it's not just the first ball, it's the second ball more importantly. But when you've got everybody set up like this, it gives them masses and masses of space to create any opportunities they really want. And an opportunity they create. Little ball comes in, bang, in it goes. Bit of a knock over there, but we don't worry about that. But you can see nobody can get close to this Wolves player because of the way they've set up defensively. Put all their time and effort into doing a wall. Maybe goalkeeper, you should have had a little bit more time to watch this ball, because this is shocking. You shouldn't be beaten from outside of here with a shot. It's not really a shot. It's an outside pass, sort of curl with the inside of his foot. Does a great job though. Dump in. Beats the keeper. Great goal. Great goal by Wolves. But let's move it on to the Spursy. Alright, so what we want to look at is, this is the group of players that's actually going to make the run to the front post. It's a decent delivery in, and this is the point of action right here where the connection happens. We can see, though, some of the Wolves defenders are actually paying attention and trying to play football. Look at him. He's actually looking at the players running in. Well done. Except for he forgets to sort of challenge when the ball comes in, but that's a separate story. When these runs happen, though, we'll just move this forward ever so slightly. Look, you can see 1, 2. One is the first one is a blocking run. It's basically trying to clear out a channel. I'm there as a body, trying to body my way through and trying to stop anyone, that if there's whoever has got the point to mark up the runner, I'm going to try to take them out of the way so they mark me and not the guy that's trying to score the header. Even well, they should be well aware of that. Look, he stood there waiting on the edge of the... Don't mind that. Don't mind that. That's okay, because he's still covering these two players. Don't mind that. What I do mind is these 3 players here on the front post when you can have 1. That's what I mind. 3 players. So when the ball finally arrives into the box, we're looking at just a simple jumping up. Who jumps up first? Well, jumps up the highest as well. Spursy. And Spursy get themselves a goal. It's very, very simple. Very well executed. It's just poor marking, really. 3 players doing nothing on the front post when you can have 1. Didn't track the runs properly inside the box. But let's move it on. Okay, for me, this penalty is never a penalty, and there's a reason behind it. So shoulder to shoulder is absolutely fair play, but he's actually hit the Wolves player in the side of the back, and that makes him go down. And then the Wolves contacts him because he's knocked the Wolves player over. The Wolves player hasn't knocked him and then fallen over. He's knocked the Wolves player over. Then the Wolves player's knocked him over, hence giving him the penalty. You can't go, well, I fouled him, so he's fouled me, and because he's fouled me, I get a penalty. Well, that doesn't really work for me. If you've fouled him, well, that's the action stopped and you've fouled him. Yeah, but I give it. But justice is served because Son ends up missing it. He's on a bad run of form. I think he might be coming to the end of his career. He's been playing great, but he's not the player he once was of yesteryear. And you can see that with his penalty miss. I'd say a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years, he's not missing this, but he is now. Confidence isn't quite there. He's showing the keeper where he's going too easily. The keeper's just got there. I mean, it's just not a good penalty, really. But, yeah, it's better save. But that's weird as well when you do that. The keeper makes a save, but because it's poorly struck and he could have done better on the penalty, you don't really necessarily give the goalkeeper the credit that he's deserved. But let's move it on. This is just nice, free-flowing football running forward. You can see the run goes early. That enables him to make the pass, which is brilliant. When you get the timing right on these runs, the offside is absolutely useless. But also, the rest of the Spursy team keep running forward, which is quite good. As we move out there, look, you can see he's onside. As the ball's about to get played, they change the angle and make it a bit weird. So I'm going to have to move it forward to when he receives the ball inside of the box. So that was the pass. Boom. Well, this is what we're looking at now, but he's just knocked it in first time right behind. And the reason he can do that is because they've got so many runners pushing everybody back. Look at how committed the Spursy are going forward, which makes it very, very difficult to any little sort of knock or pass in behind to really defend and deal with. That means you've just got to come back with more numbers than they do, and that just makes it very difficult because everybody ends up getting in each other's way defensively, and you end up making a mess of things. But it's a decent little knock through. On he goes. But you see, there's two people there going for the same football. I'll say it time and time again. What ends up happening is the striker's going to win. The one person always wins over the two. It's kind of funny how that works. You always expect the advantage to go with the numbers, but not in football. They end up getting in each other's way. And there's always a hesitation. When I'm running for it, and so are you going to win it or am I? So we're teammates. So I kind of go, oh, mate, you're going to win it. Yeah. Oh, no, you aren't. It's too late. The other guy who's just single, he's the only one involved. He's normally the one that ends up winning the ball. And he does in this situation. He gets himself. See, what the one defender ends up running with him. The other one runs past and ends up covering the middle. Not necessarily a bad plan. Don't mind it myself. Because he's actually trying to cover for this guy who gets done on the turn. But this is the interesting part. This guy here notices this run ever so late. Otherwise, he would have been there. Watch his movement as he starts realising that this is unfolding. Boom! There you go. Do you see it? Oh no, panic. He suddenly realised the space and he's just starting to accelerate. Just fraction of a second off. Otherwise, this ain't a goal because he's back covering. Makes it still a difficult finish, in my opinion, because there's so many bodies in front of the goal, which makes it hard for him to just try to find an open space and slot it through. But he manages to do it anyway. Little ball back and it straight into the net box. Let's move it on to the equalising goal. So I do respect this worldy pass that is put through here by the Wolves player into this extra space because it splits so many of the Spursy. But they have to honestly do better. You've got two players here, right? I'm going to highlight them here, that can actually pressure this ball as he makes an inside run. As soon as he starts cutting into the inside of the field here, look, you see this guy's got a turn. His body shape is quite wrong. He was facing this way. Now he's got to turn and go after the guy. But one of these guys here could have afforded to come and pressure the ball. And because they think, oh, my mate here is going to track, turn, spin, run, get back, it's all too late. So then, don't know where he finds this pass. Vision of just greatness here. This is fantastic. Just rolls it through. And he gets on the end of it. It's a brilliant pass, but it can be cut out just by this guy stepping forward and cutting out that space, making it harder for him to just look, you can see him. There's the run. It started. Do you see? Look, he's just stood still like a rabbit in headlights. This guy's not trying his hardest to win the ball back as well. After he was running facing the wrong way, he's done that big long... Oh, let me just do it a little bit better for you. He's done a big long turn. He's coming around here. It's too long, where this guy can just run straight forward and pressure. Yeah, it's taking way too long. So now we've got our little worldy ball in. Boom, there it goes. Receives it. Completely unmarked. He has managed to ghost in behind those that central defender there. No one tracking him or picking him up. Yeah, the pass is amazing. I do, rate the pass. But you've got 2 Wolves players here and nobody has tracked him. Yeah, he's asking for offside. That's a poor man's attempt of my bad defending. But it just should have been better. I mean, come on, guys. You're in the last couple of minutes of the game. Defend. Track that runner. He's ghosted in too easy. Worldy pass, yep. But then it's a worldy finish too. As he puts his foot on it, he's got to turn a little bit. Keeper comes out. You're asking me if he's scoring for them there. I'm saying, no, he's not. But he's saying he's backing himself. He's saying he is. And he just puts it into the roof of the net. Really, really good finish. Well earned point by the Wolves. And we'll see what happens to the Spursy manager in the upcoming weeks, because I don't think it's looking good. And I'll see you next time on Cash Talks Football.